Previously on Octane Academy. Thousands applied, but only 24 of the most promising amateur drivers were invited to the Octane Academy draft to prove their skills behind the wheel. 16 of those drivers were selected by Tanner Foust, Vaughn Gittin Jr., Brian Deegan, and Ken Block.
Oh, wow, easy, wild man. Mother of pearl.
Now, only 4 remain. Team Foust's Robert Strohmeyer, Team Gittin's Jonathan Neeren, Team Block's Kyle Gagliardi, and Team Deegan's Burton Jenner. Only one will be the champion of this season's Octane Academy.
My mindset is to win everything. Just complete domination.
This is an opportunity that you just don't get.
For me to say Team Gittin and me be a part of that is something money can't buy. So we're definitely looking to hurt some feelings.
I want it maybe worse than anything I've ever wanted in life.
Ford Racing pros Brian Deegan, Tanner Foust, Ken Block, and Vaughn Gittin Jr. are looking for the next motorsport superstar. The one driver who has what it takes to win it all at Octane Academy. Amateur drivers from all over the country submitted videos and attended the regional casting events, all with one goal.
My dream is to be a professional race car driver.
To be a race car driver.
Professional driver.
Professional race car driver.
I'm gonna be a professional race car driver.
At the Octane Academy draft, each pro selected 4 amateur drivers and invited them to their camp. The drivers competed in a series of challenges to determine who would win the right to represent each pro in the Octane Academy finale.
That's how we do it, baby.
In the finale, the drivers will compete in 4 unique challenges in 4 different vehicles. The Ford Mustang GT, F-150 SVT Raptor, Focus ST, and Fiesta ST.
This is no joke. The guys that show up prepared and have been practicing, they're the ones that have the chance to win.
For the 4 pros, it's time to get their drivers ready.
Look over here more. There you go. Get it out there. Get it out there.
You're gonna get a quicker line out of it anyway if you just clean it up and stay in. Make it happen.
That's how it's done. That's how it's done, Ken Block.
For the 4 amateur drivers, an opportunity to win it all and jumpstart their racing career is on the line.
Oh yeah, we're winning this thing.
Oh yeah, dog.
I want to see a battle between 4 guys, in the end, just laying it down, coming down to the wire.
Though they all have the same goal of reaching the finale, each driver's journey was unique. From the first day of the draft, Robert Strohmeyer was a standout before even entering a car.
2-time Iraqi war veteran. Damn, thank you very much.
How's it going?
Good, man. Good to see you.
I have, what, 30,000 miles on road course instructing?
Really?
Plus track days, time attack days.
Anything else you've done, like to put you under pressure?
No, I mean, just taking mortars over the fence and missiles, you know, flying in Black Hawk helicopters, fully battle geared out, you know, just waiting for somebody to pop off a shot.
Damn.
I got into drifting late 2003, 2004. My drifting career got put on hold when I went to Iraq the first time and the second time because there were 2 years consecutively. I was over there, I think, about 18 months of my life. Bombs bursting around. When you realize your life could have ended, you kind of take a step back like, hey, let me make every day the best that I can. Now it's time to take that big step forward.
Having proved his mettle in Iraq, Robert now had to prove his skills to the 4 pros on the drift course.
Car control should be a strong point. You should be used to this kind of horsepower. We'll see.
Here we go, dude. Now we're going.
Stay in it, stay in it. There you go. He's used to the power. He's got good throttle control. Go big. Oh, he's going big.
There you go.
E-brake, stay in it. Nice.
First one that started early.
Nice. What's he doing now?
This guy's good.
After his outstanding performance on the drift course, Strohmeyer was chosen 2nd overall by Tanner Foust.
I'm going to go with the guy who I know can handle the pressure from the war. As Vaughn mentioned, to go with Robert Strohmeyer. Bob Strohmeyer. A military guy with a lot of work ethic. I think he's going to get it.
I made it through the qualifier. I made it through the draft. Hell yeah, I'm on Octane Academy.
Awesome! Oh, snap. Nice work, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
But winning Tanner's camp would prove to be much more difficult for Robert in terms of both driving skill and mental strength.
To win my camp, you're gonna need to have some common denominator basic skills and be able to take instruction, apply it under the absolute highest pressure I can possibly put on them.
Tanner's stunt-based challenges were designed to test the driver's ability to perform under pressure. Early on, Strohmeyer struggled to maintain focus.
And the pressure is applied. That's what that is. That is, oh, I'm gonna go big and make it look cool, and I completely screw it all up.
What I just did was uncharacteristic of me. I've never biffed that hard ever in my life. That was devastating to me.
I saw how he handled the defeat of failure, and it wasn't super good. When the cones are here, the lights are on, and the pressure's on, it changes everything for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry to disappoint you.
You know, he's got the skills, but mentally he's not gotten a handle on himself yet. It's just one of those things. You just, unfortunately, I've been there. And like I said to him, I've been that guy before but once I start to overthink it, I know that feeling. You can just mess it up. That's what he did. And I was worried, okay, maybe this guy under the pressure is not the one.
After finishing dead last in the first challenge, Robert had to make a comeback more than once.
It's a do or die thing. If I don't come second or better, my chances are pretty much shot.
Robert is my first round draft pick. Vaughn and I were definitely fighting over him. We definitely saw something in the camp that, you know, we thought was the right stuff, but it hasn't been a sweep. He's struggled. He was in last place at one point. When he does something wrong, he's the one that beats himself up over it so much he has to run it off. He may be too mental for some of this stuff. And I feel for the guy, but he's got to come from 0 to hero right now. Oh my gosh, the launch. Just being so efficient with it. This is when it gets a little bit on the hectic side. Watch the wheel spin. Watch the wheel spin, my friend. Oh, he's coming in too hot. That's too much. Don't go for it, Robert. Oh, oh, oh! He didn't knock it over. He nips the barrel and doesn't knock it over. And he's done. That was nice.
Robert staved off elimination, but his comeback wouldn't be complete unless he could control his nerves and win the final challenge.
Found it difficult to talk to Robert in the challenges because by the nature of the competition, the same thing has to be said to everybody. And I couldn't go to Robert and be like, look, dude, you got it. Just get out of your own freaking way.
Right now, I'm going through breathing exercises because if I stay calm and collected in the car, I'm gonna perform and I'm gonna get it done.
We got the water running. We got the jump and play. Launch control activated. I can't believe it's all coming down to 2 laps right now.
Although he had some tough competition in the draft and in Tanner's camp, Robert's biggest obstacle has always been himself.
Wow. I think he's doing a good job. Watching him take the demon and face it and beat it was awesome. Nice. That was awesome. Nice work.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Oh, yeah! Yes!
Robert, you take it.
Oh!
Winning Tanner Foust's camp is a huge milestone in my career, period. Now I get to go into the final for Octane Academy and represent Tanner Foust. Hopefully I'm gonna take it all the way to the win and represent Tanner Foust to the fullest. My mindset is to win everything, just complete domination.
Coming up next.
I don't see any reason why Jonathan Deegan is not gonna be winning the finale.
Octane Academy is brought to you by Ford. Go further. For his camp, drift champion Vaughn Gittin Jr. selected drivers he believed could follow in his footsteps.
My camp here at Octane Academy is going to be about putting these drivers through everything that I've had to go through and everything that I've had to learn to be successful in this world.
Vaughn Gittin Jr. is the driver I follow most out of all these professionals. I was in the U.S. Navy stationed in Japan. Whenever he brought his Mustang to Japan, I thought that was amazing that he got to go on the tracks out there. I followed him there and then here as well. I love watching the shows he puts on. Absolutely be a professional drifter. I love to see the Formula D series sooner than later.
From the first day of the Octane Academy draft, Jonathan Neeren seemed destined for a place on Team Gittin Jr.
Navy, Japan, drift, Mustang, burnout contest. I like all of those things.
Absolutely.
All of those things.
Never in my life have I thought I'd have this opportunity. Everything I've got, I've fought for and built them on. These are the best drivers in the world. Now I'm going to be driving and they're going to be watching me. So the tables have turned and it's really unexpected.
All right, let's be somebody, Jonathan.
Yeah! Handbrake. I've seen it.
Using the tools. Nice. Definitely wouldn't pick that guy if I was you.
After proving his skills on the drift course, Neeren was a lock for Team Gittin.
He's my ace in the hole drifter. I want a good drifter. Jonathan Neeren. Look at him. Dude, wow. Really? That guy was made for my, he's like, no, you're out, dude.
I can't even think about it. Like, I'm so elated right now. I'm on cloud 9 at the moment.
I see a lot of things in him that remind me of myself coming up. He's a really hard-working guy. He's never had a break. He's worked for everything he owns in his life. His talents behind the wheel are amazing. He's not folding under pressure to go, to switch his brain from drift mode to grip mode. He's got that. He's a full package, man. He's a good kid and a smart kid, so definitely rooting for him to do well, for sure. I liked everybody in my camp. There's just something with Jonathan that I just felt like he's the guy.
And I'm a fierce competitor. I definitely want this more than anything I believe I've ever came in contact with in my entire life.
But at times, Neeren pushed too hard, and his desire to win got the best of him.
Too aggressive. Too aggressive. He's pushing too hard. He lost his focus. Came out of the downhill. You're pushing a little too hard.
I was trying to overdrive the car. I just went a little too hard on the second lap.
At least you know where you made your mistakes.
I'm just taking one step at a time.
Jonathan would have to learn from his mistakes to stay in the competition. There would be no room for error in Vaughn's next 2 challenges.
Yes, son!
Especially on the drift course.
For me, obviously, the drifting competition is most important.
Having a drifting background, unless I really screw up and come off with zeros in these runs, there shouldn't be any reason I won't make it to the final.
All right, so Jonathan's up, and he is a really good drifter. There you go, there you go. Flick it back, flick it back. There you go. Oh! What? What? Yeah, dog! Yeah, son! Yeah! That last run was amazing, dude. Awesome. Nice job, dude. Nice job.
Yes. I just won. I'm pumped. I'm elated. I'm ecstatic. All the above.
In the end, it was a battle between Vaughn's top 2 picks, Jonathan Neeren and Chris Allen.
This is it.
This is the most intense part of the challenges so far. Everything's on the line right now, whether we're going to represent Vaughn or not.
All right, be smart. Be smart. Nice. Nice job. 2. Nice job. He's going a little bit wide and late apex in that, which is what you need to do. He's hitting the clip and getting a ton of speed up to the next one. For me, going from just drifting to road racing was a pretty big challenge, and he's just picked it up like nothing. And I feel like a proud dad right now.
True to form, Jonathan stayed cool under the pressure and earned his way into the winner's circle.
Woo! Bring it in, dog. Good job, man. Good job, dude. Great job, man. Couldn't have asked for a better guy to go in and represent my camp. And personally, like, I'm really pumped to have the opportunity to try to take him to the next level.
For me to say Team Gittin and me be a part of that is something the money can't buy. Definitely both confident in my driving and his teaching capabilities, so we're definitely looking to hurt some feelings.
I don't see any reason why he's not going to be winning the finale.
Coming up next.
Burton was the guy that I had my eye on. He's going to be the guy to go on and win the whole thing. Don't see it going any other way.
Come on, that's what's up!
After last season's Octane Academy, freestyle motocross legend and two-time pro light truck champion Brian Deegan had a score to settle.
I feel like last year Ken Block got lucky. This year's gonna be different. Camp Deegan's gonna be the most hardcore dudes, the guys that are gonna all be good and they're gonna fight till the end, and the best guy out of that group, he's gonna be the guy to go on and win the whole thing. Don't see it going any other way.
Brian Deegan has built his career on overcoming fear and taking chances. He expected nothing less from the drivers he drafted when they came to the Metal Militia compound.
Come on, full throttle! I feel like these guys are gonna learn from my camp how to dig deep, how to go for it under pressure. Win, it's gonna be a big achievement. Lose, it's gonna eat at them forever.
For the general of the Metal Militia, this was boot camp for a career in pro motorsports, where only the most skilled and determined win.
I feel from the draft, Burton was the guy that I had my eye on. Being second pick, he was there. I said, all right, I need to get this guy. He's a guy that can take it all the way to the finish. He had the speed, he had the personality, you know, the attitude.
Just try and be a pro. You see them stressing over any of this? Either you showed up with it or you didn't, I think, at this point.
I was like, so how are you, like, under pressure and in competition? Like, I'm a Jenner.
Yeah, I think he was kind of cocky.
I guess the Jenner across the back of my jersey isn't helping me.
Oh, wow, easy, wild man.
Plenty aggressive. He had enough skill that I'm like, I can work with him, but I can't drive the car for him through all the challenges and win it for him. You know, I didn't even want him to feel like I was rooting for him. I wanted him to do it on his own. He had to do all this on his own.
I just want to impress Deegan. That, to me, would be the biggest bonus here.
In racing, there's a lot of guys who can go fast. What separates you is your character, your personality.
I don't want to say I have anger management issues, but I'm definitely a little more aggressive than most.
But Burton would have to keep his emotions in check to survive Deegan's trial by fire in the dirt.
All right, buddy, you ready? Time. Hey. All right, dude, you ready to tear it up?
Yeah.
Now, this is the guy right here. If I was a gambling guy, this would be the guy I'd probably put my money on. I think he's gonna go out and perform. Come on, full throttle. Going smooth, first turn, through the mud section. Looking good, looking good. All right, let's set up this turn, don't push.
Oh, no!
Once you make a little mistake, you gotta pull it together. You can't let that panic set in. The truck's gonna slide. We gotta predict that. I'm sure he's gonna be frustrated.
Damn.
At this point, you made it this far, it's about perfection, okay? You're not battling against dudes who don't know how to drive. All these other guys are good, so you're gonna have to lay down perfect laps.
I meandered from my game plan. I tried too hard. And it cost me, just hopefully not the whole thing.
To stay alive in the competition, Burton would have to persevere through Deegan's next challenge.
Close to the finish. All right, we're gonna have to light him up right now. Come on, boys! Prepare for water! Made it! Why is that so funny?
The final challenge of Deegan's camp would take place in Ford Raptors on the pro track at Lake Elsinore. It was the ultimate showdown between Burton Jenner and Colin Wooding.
I know I could walk away with the win, but 2 laps, anything can happen. One mistake doesn't give you any opportunity to kind of reel him back in.
It's all about skills at this point because I want the best dude representing me. You guys ready?
Hell yeah.
Let's get on! Dude, it's gonna be so close. Between Burton and Colin, they're both really good drivers. I think it's just gonna come down to who wants it the most at this point. Oh, here we go! Straight line break, dude. Fist-tailing, he lost a second. Here we go. This is a battle of epic proportion. Oh, Burton's messing up.
Oh, boy.
Oh, here we go. It's coming down to the final battle. Go, go, go. Oh, air touch. Oh, and he airs it. Yeah.
It is not even close to being over.
Look at, he's so battling in the last lap. Here we go. Oh, smooth, smooth, smooth. Oh, he's catching him at the end.
Come on, Octane Academy. Come on, that's what's up!
Burton took it home.
Ah! It's over!
Didn't let you down.
Yeah!
Oh! We're going to the final, baby. We're gonna do this.
That's right.
Sled.
That was fucking awesome. All I know is you better win this show, because I don't lose to losers.
Fair enough. This is by far the most awesome thing that's happened to me since I watched my dad racing, and I know he's gonna be ecstatic. I'm sure he's gonna be glad I carried the Jenner name to the win. It really just couldn't feel any better. It's pretty awesome.
Everything I focus on is about one thing, it's to win. And everyone says, hey, it's about having fun. Nah, to me, I have fun when I win, right? That's when you have fun. That's the only way I see it. You know, last season I came up short, and it still eats at me. So basically, I need to come back this year and win. Because Ken Block, you're a winner, dude. I'm gonna come back and win this season, all right? That's the way it's gonna be, and I got the right guy to do this. We're coming to take you down.
Coming up next.
Kyle really showed from the beginning that he has some very good skill in the car.
As the winner of last season's Octane Academy, rally driver and Gymkhana pioneer Ken Block had one thing on his mind: find the best driver for his team and win it again this season.
Well, the process for me has been very interesting because we had the draft and we were able to pick the team to come out. I picked Kyle Gagliardi because he has some rallycross experience, which means that potentially he has some good loose surface knowledge.
It feels great to be picked by Ken because he's doing what I aspire to ultimately do. He's a rallycross driver. He runs stage rallies. That's what I do.
A little Scandinavian flick there, trying to show off.
It's definitely going to come down to, you know, me going out there, showing everybody what I got, coming out on top, and definitely winning.
However, when he arrived at Ken Block's camp, Kyle discovered it would take more than just rally skills to win Camp Block.
For my camp, we're really looking to test the contestants in a few different disciplines of motorsport. It's what I do. I race everything from Gymkhana to stage rally to rallycross and the X Games. For me, the variety is actually key. I really enjoy that, and I enjoy pushing myself always to learn and get better at all these different areas. Welcome to the lovely San Bernardino Airport. Good seeing you guys again. Let's get to it. Kyle Gagliardi got on a very good roll right at the beginning of the camp.
Kyle showed his skills behind the wheel and won the first event. But Ken Block's second challenge was a very different kind of test.
Kyle winning the first challenge, going into the second one, which I think threw everybody off a little bit. This is Mr. Kit Cope, four-time world champion Muay Thai kickboxer. Good luck.
Evil Kyle, you will get 2 rounds, both consisting of 1 minute. I'm gonna keep you honest. If your hands are down, I'm gonna let you know in the form of a text message or a punch to your face. Sound good? Oh, there it goes.
Kyle, though, really showed that he had some good physical abilities and was cool under pressure and really shined. He handled that so well. I think it just mentally gave him an advantage over the other guys because, hey, I just won 2 and I showed that, like, I'm just better physically made up dude to win this stuff than you are.
Kyle was crowned king of the ring, but to move on to the finale, he'd have to beat Greg Munder in a challenge only Ken Block could create: Gymkhana Grid in Supercar Lights.
So one of the great things about Octane Academy too is that we actually brought out some real race cars for these guys to get into. It was really quite unique, especially doing a Gymkhana Grid type setup. You know, putting 2 cars out there on a mirrored course. It's all about precision driving, but also it means sliding a car around, which is something I absolutely love to do.
Kyle versus Greg right now, East Coast versus West Coast. This is for all the marbles.
Kyle being 21, I think, is a good thing, mainly because if he has been driving for a while, he's still quite young and quite moldable. And the only downside to younger guys is lack of experience and potentially cracking under pressure.
Intense. We have our winner. Kyle, you have won this challenge and won the right to represent Ken Block in the Octane Academy season finale. How do you feel, man?
That's sick. Holy, I don't want to curse, but it's crazy. Ultimately, you know, I came out on top, and I'm just so stoked.
Kyle really showed from the beginning that he has some very good skill in the car. He adapts well, he handles pressures well. He took those skills that he had and didn't crack when it came down to trying to go for the win. So I'm stoked to have him go on and battle the rest of the crew for the finale.
I'm gonna be some tough competition for the other guys. I do know the skills that I possess, and they've stood true from the draft through Ken's camp to now, and they're gonna carry through into the finale.
Coming up next, for the pros and their camp winners, this is their last chance to prepare for the finale.
I got a killer right here.
In the Octane Academy finale, there will be 4 unique challenges in 4 different vehicles: Ford Mustang GT, F-150 SVT Raptor, Focus ST, and Fiesta ST. With a life-changing opportunity on the line for the amateurs and a lot of pride on the line for the pros, everyone wants to be at the top of their game.
Another one, and then we'll double up. When I first got into racing, you think that, okay, you do well in a race or something, that you've got some skills, and it's not that. You learn quickly that the more you know, the more you realize you don't know. It's really about being able to learn. That's the talent. The talent isn't being able to wield a car. It's about being able to absorb information and then put it into the car and actually act on it. For me personally, every single time I'm in the car, I learned something. The trick is to take it and store it and use it the next time I'm in the car so that you're always getting better. In the final, Vaughn will probably put in something that's a pretty drift specific. It's literally a turn, clutch in, and handbrake, but it's kind of extending the handbrake long enough that it will rotate.
I've watched Tanner for a while. I've been into drifting for a long time, and it is amazing to be Tanner's teammate in the Octane Academy.
Let's go. And kick it. Not so much brake. Yeah. This isn't one where you really hammer the brake. This is mostly just a nice, constant throttle. If you need the brake a little bit, it's just the slightest touch. Whoa. But constant throttle. Okay. Constant throttle.
He wants me to set the car up with left foot braking a little bit more, just enough to where it slows the movement down of the car, and you can easily control it.
Good, set it up, get it out there, get it out there. Oh, don't hit it, Okay.
Drifting requires precise car control on the razor's edge of traction. Robert's ability to master this could be the difference between winning and losing.
This time when you do it, you notice when you went, you had it going really good steering. It started to go a bit wide, and at that point, you could have grazed the left foot brake and tucked it in nice and tidy. All right, go for it. Get the throttle right. There you go. That was nice. Have we had enough drifting? Okay, all right, nice work. Let's go get dirty. You're gonna be spending time in the Raptor, and I just wanna make sure you get the skills for that.
Training with Tanner, he's like the master of everything. You know, he's done dirt, he's done rallycross, he's done stunt driving. Having him in my corner is the best thing for me.
Good, go. Wait for turn. Takes a little more steering than a car sometimes. Yeah, you're gonna have to shuffle of the wheel.
The biggest thing that Tanner pointed out was that when I was turning, I wasn't turning the wheel hard enough.
Yeah, you won't be able to get it done with just this. Okay. It's gonna take some steering.
Taking that information that he was giving me really gave me insight on what I need to do in order to control the Raptor.
Good. You feel that? Yeah. That's the idea in the race day. Fun, huh?
I think Robert takes direction really well. I think he knows that at the end of the day, and whether it's his military experience or whatever, he showed that he can come from the back row and still pull it off under pressure in my camp.
Feeling pretty prepped?
Feeling pretty good.
And this is kind of just a little bit of a taste of the different things I think you're going to get in the finale.
My confidence level went up throughout the training. I don't want to get behind like I did in Tanner Foust's camp. I want to set the pace, get a first place in the first challenge, and then carry it on to the win.
If Robert can learn to just control his own head, you know, and control his nerves, he's going to do well in the final.
All right. Nice work.
Coming up next.
It's those who think they have to go faster through there are the ones that make the mistakes.
Seems like the Mustang is really kind of going to be my downfall.
At Willow Springs Raceway, Vaughn Gittin Jr. and Jonathan Neeren are spending their training time away from the drift course and concentrating on a driving surface Jonathan is less familiar with, the dirt.
At the finale, we're gonna have to battle through a bunch of different disciplines, things that aren't my strongest suit and things that aren't gonna be your strongest suit.
So far, I've done a lot of drifting.
There you go. Oh!
And that's pretty much my extent of driving other than the streets.
Jonathan being a self-taught drifter, I know how hard that is. Personally, like, I'm really pumped to try to take him to the next level. Jump in. You're gonna be really good at this. I know you are. In drifting, you have a good feel for traction. So this is gonna become pretty second nature. So we're gonna focus on staying low on the jumps, running a proper line, especially when it's all rutted up and soft in spots. So looking for the right place on the track to be.
Having Vaughn as my mentor and coach, teammate, friend, all the above is truly amazing. Because I watched him going through his drifting career, and to be able to be next to him, learning from him is definitely an amazing opportunity, and I'm taking full advantage of that.
And I understand how to drive on a lot of different surfaces, so I think we'll do some training today so that I can transfer some of that info to you and you can think on it until we get to the finals.
We started out learning our lines, learning the truck, and learning where I need to be, and the speed and the quickness came from there.
All right, bring it out, all the way left. If we were a little bit more left, we could have cut it a little bit better.
Don't overdo it, don't push it, because if you do, you get too far out of the line or in soft stuff or not in a hard rush or don't follow your lines, then you're gonna be extremely slow. And here, some of the turns were slow as fast.
It's those who think that they have to go faster through there are the ones that make the mistakes. Got a little bit in the slot there. You want to stay a little tighter there?
Do I need to stay tighter from more steering or slower?
There, I felt like it was more steering.
Okay.
But if more steering doesn't work, then you're going too fast to it.
Key things I need to work on is don't overcook the turns and really concentrate on having good, clean, solid runs.
Okay, I don't want you hitting the brakes coming out of this turn. I want you to control it with the throttle. Bring it up, stay out, late apex it. Okay, see how much faster that was? Okay, nice, lift. Nice. It is awesome, isn't it? Killed it. Got a killer right here.
I definitely want this more than anything I believe I've ever came in contact with in my entire life.
All right, Kyle, congratulations again.
Thanks.
On your performance, winning my camp. What we did in the camp was some good basic loose surface stuff, but all in the Fiesta. But knowing these guys, we're gonna end up with a truck and a Mustang in the finale, so that's what we got for today. For me, one of the things I just love about car racing is that there's a lot of minutia that you have to figure out.
For Kyle to have a shot at winning it all, he'll need to adapt to the power of the Mustang and learn a whole new type of car control.
Drifting's kind of a little bit counterintuitive to rallying. It seems like the Mustang is really kind of going to be my downfall.
Finding that balance. I mean, that's why I struggle with drifting. It's so much, especially with this car, it's getting familiar with that feel, you know? It's a matter of really finding those little bits of where you can find the speed or a setup or a technique. It's fun to go through that process with someone else and talk them through it and try and help them figure out those ways that they can be the quickest. That was good.
Nice day.
You just looked more consistent. Yeah. It was you were doing the same thing every time, so you got into doing a routine, and right there you just found one of your little secrets. So keep it.
Going into the finale, I want to do the same thing that I did at Ken's camp. I want to come in, win, win, and win.
Coming up next.
You gotta finesse that e-brake, dude. Yeah.
That's how it's done, Ken Block.
Octane Academy is brought to you by Ford. Go further. Brian Deegan and Burton Jenner have moved away from the Metal Militia compound to Lake Elsinore Motorsports Park for their training.
I want to get in this Fiesta and go out here, practice some rally techniques. That's a big part of my life, going out, racing rally cars. So I want to get in here, get accustomed to this car, because I know Ken Block will have a lot of handbrake turns and stuff where you're going to have to time slides and have good technique. And also Tanner, so maybe we'll do a few stunt turns also here. But just a little seat time, and I think we'll perfect the skills.
All right, let's do this.
There you go. The front wheels, I always have to remember that they'll pull you out of stuff. And handbrake it. Slalom action.
that e-brake, dude.
Yeah.
You want to try? The front 360.
Well, with Ken Block, too.
Funner than I thought it was gonna be. It's a wild experience to have Brian Deegan now completely in your corner and counting completely on you. It's an awesome feeling, man, to have a pro like that, you know, kind of give you their blessing and put all those eggs in your basket and kind of be cheering you on, man. It's pretty awesome.
I always tell people, all you can do is all you can do, and that's it, you know? So you go out and do your thing, and that's all you can do. If it's good enough, you'll win. I really think that it'd be hard to find anyone that can beat them. That's how it's done. That's how it's done, Ken Block.
On the next Octane Academy, the final battle to determine this season's champion.
I'm now one of the final four. Now it's just closing the deal.
It's completely real now. Like, it's within grasp.
I came here to win. There's no two ways about that.
I want it maybe worse than anything I've ever wanted in life, and so that's gonna be a challenge for me.
The pressure's on!
That's what's up right there.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like the driving level is much higher.
You gotta separate the men from the boys.
Struggling a little bit. This is no joke.
You almost have to convince yourself that the nervousness is a good thing.
Guy walking away the champion, I want to see him at X Games one day. That's the ultimate goal.
Each of the final challenges has to be just evil.